the 24th of August 1814. British troops march into Washington and set the White House on fire. Within hours, the entire building is burning. President James Madison is hiding in the woods, while his wife Dolly rushes to save the only thing she can, the portrait of George Washington. But how the hell did it all come to this? In 1790, the young United States needed a capital. George Washington personally chose a swampy piece of land between Maryland and Virginia and said, "This is where the new city Washington will stand." He wanted the president's house to be modest but dignified, not a king's palace, but the home of the first citizen of the republic. Irish architect James Hoban won the design contest with a clean, classical project. Construction began in 1792. Building it was slow and brutal. The ground was swampy, money kept running out, and most of the heavy labor was done by enslaved workers. Yes, enslaved people laid the foundation of the White House. Not many people talk about that. By 1800, the house was finally ready. John Adams became the first president to move in. He wrote to his wife, "I live in a cold and damp house." There was still no running water or proper toilets. In 1814, war broke out with Britain. British soldiers captured Washington and deliberately burned the White House to humiliate America. After the war, President Madison ordered it rebuilt exactly as before. They painted the walls white to cover the burn marks. That's when people started calling it the White House. The name became official only in 1901. Little known fact, during the rebuilding, they found British cannonballs still stuck inside the walls. Some are still there today. Over time, the White House stopped being just a home. It became the main symbol of America. Almost every president has lived and worked here. Inside, there are 132 rooms, secret corridors, and an underground bunker. Outside the famous front that the whole world recognizes, today, in 2026, the White House is still both the president's home and the center of power. Thousands of tourists stand outside the fence every day just to see it. Inside, history keeps being written. The White House isn't just a beautiful building. It's proof that even if a country gets burned down, its symbols can rise again. I think we're right to protect places like this. They remind us where we came from and what we fought for. Personally, I would love to walk through its halls one day and feel that history for myself. The lesson the White House leaves us: even after the worst fire, you can rebuild and come back stronger.